What is going on, everybody? It's been a while. Todd here, joined once again by DorkyRae and Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming. How are you two doing?
Well, a lot better than I have in the past weeks because we're back.
Yeah, we are. We are indeed back. If you're watching the video archive, well, I mean, you see what's going on here. No fancy cams, none of the stuff. Stripped down, back the way that I've used to do podcasts before video became a thing in those. Been having some major issues on my end, and I record the stuff, so figured it'd be for the best to kind of do a stripped down thing, less of a strain on my system and such, while I try to figure out what the exact issue is that's causing it. So, but yeah, we recorded an episode. Was it last week? Or was it the week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. We recorded an episode 2 weeks ago, which you guys did not get to hear. That was episode 5.
Yep.
This is episode 6. Now, why are we saying, oh, this is episode 6 if we didn't produce episode 5? Plain and simple. Episode 5 is coming. I was able to recover a little over an hour worth of the audio. If you are part of my personal Discord server, I actually have the audio posted, the raw form audio posted there for people to download. It's a thing. But for the podcast, I will be doing like a proper intro and outro for pod errors, so we can kind of let you guys know what's going on with that episode. But that episode is coming. It'll be weird because everything will be out of order, so it'll be fun. Unless you're watching unless you're watching the Twitch archive, because what'll end up happening is, or actually, if you're watching any of the video archives, because I'll order them by number, so you'll hear this and you'll be like, "Wait a second, I just watched episode 5. Like, what the flying fuck?" So, to those people that are watching,
well, I'm sure you'll have a bit of an explanation in that intro outro.
Yeah, I will. Though I could just pretend like it didn't happen. Like, it's just like, hey guys, we had a bit of an issue and da-da-da, and we'll catch you next week for episode 6. Like, because I'm a dick.
Hey, I mean, whatever works.
Fair enough, right? Whiskey. Ooh, that was nice. But anyway, it's been a while since we've actually had a discussion since then as well, which has been interesting. So, so let's kind of just start this off fast and loose. Ray, what have you been playing since we last discussed things?
Netflix.
You've been playing
Netflix, YouTube.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Balen, what have you been playing?
Some Creativerse, some GTA. That's mostly it.
Cool. Very cool. I've been playing all the things. I'm joking. I've been little GTA here and there. A lot of stuff on the Xbox. Been playing a lot of Agents of Mayhem and just different games like for stream. If you follow my Twitch channel, you'll know that like I'll start playing a game and I'll play it for like 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll be like, I'm bored. Let me play something else. So like a stream will be, and it'll be like a game I'm very engaged in too. I'm like, oh, I'm really enjoying this, but you know what? Let me not burn myself out on this. Like I was like the other day I was doing Red Faction Armageddon, which the cover art looks so much better when somebody draws a football over the guy's arm, over his hand. It's just, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. But I was enjoying the hell out of that, and I was just like, you know what? Before I ruin it for myself, let me take a step back. Let me play something else. I started a new playthrough on Batman, the Telltale series, Season 1. And then I didn't finish that, but then I started season 2 because I already played season 1. It was no big deal. Played season 2 as we record that. The last episode of season 2 released today, and I will say the entire season was firing on all cylinders. It is hands down my favorite Telltale series.
Really?
That's cool.
It's a hard, so, I mean, I know me and Ray have played Telltale games.
Mhm.
Balen, you've dabbled with some of the Telltale stuff, right?
Not really. I've watched some. I'm really more into the sandbox experience than the story experience. So
Gotcha. Fair enough. But yeah, so this question won't apply to you, per se. It might. Ray, what was your favorite, from what you've played, Telltale game?
Probably of the ones that I've played, probably Wolf Among Us, actually.
Wolf Among Us was fucking good. Wolf Among Us
Yeah.
was good.
So I've played most of the first season of Batman.
Mhm.
Just for perspective on which ones I've played. Wolf Among Us, obviously. The Walking Dead series, the first season, second season, and I think like 2 episodes of the third season.
Okay.
Then I've played the Minecraft story mode.
Mm-hmm. Which I know you were having a lot of fun with.
So the Minecraft one I enjoyed.
Mhm.
I did like the Minecraft story mode. My biggest problem with it though was, so I know that they're directing it more towards a younger audience.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously. But my biggest problem is the really, like, I don't know, they lowered the quality, it felt like.
I can see that.
Your choices that you made didn't have, none of the choices like actually had an effect.
Gotcha.
There's one choice that gets made outside of the very beginning when you make a choice if your character is a guy or a girl.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you're a girl Jesse or boy Jesse. So there's that choice, and obviously that affects the rest of the story to a very, only in an aesthetic purpose. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it actually changes anything else.
Which is a plus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But if you choose girl Jesse, you don't get Patton Oswalt, so.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Doesn't
The voice actor.
Yes.
Duh. I'm a dummy.
I didn't realize that. No, he voices both the male and female character. I'm joking.
But yeah, no, there's only really one choice that has any effect, and you basically choose your only choice is which character is going to die.
Yeah.
And that's it. The rest of the choices that you make don't actually seem to have any effect on the actual story, which bothers me. And it just feels like they really watered down their whole thing. Like they just lowered the quality, and it's like, oh well, you know, maybe kids don't understand the weight of their decisions as much, and so of course they're not. And it's like, well, make the game make them understand the weight of their decisions. Come on.
I've always said the Telltale games make for a great novel.
They do.
They do. They do.
And that's kind of the problem with them for me. So,
well, and
I mean, that's.
And I will say this much, and without getting into spoilers, I feel it's something that they've rectified with Batman Season 2.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
I
need to play. I need to play those. or I need to finish Batman season 1. I need to play season 2.
Mhm.
And I've heard not a lot because I try to avoid information as much as possible
Mhm.
because I haven't played it yet. But I've heard semi-decent things about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I haven't done Guardians. I've watched it. It
I
looks like a lot of fun.
It. I own it. I have not played any of it yet, and I have not watched any of it yet.
Mm.
So
That's so. I mean, I've
But,
watched.
I don't know.
I've watched some of our mutual friends play Guardians, and it was actually a lot of fun. I mean, it's something that I will end
I
up.
think I lost you. I didn't hear you.
Oh, it is something that I'll probably end up playing at some point, but I don't think it's not high on the priority. If that makes any sense.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I've played a lot of the Telltale games, and I mean, I'll go back as far as like back before they did these adventure games, like not even adventure games, but these story games. You know, back when they did the point and click adventure stuff. I mean, I played a lot of that.
Like, were they the ones that did Sam and Max?
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Okay.
And I mean,
That's
the
what I
Sam and Max thing was like a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great series. I mean, it's obviously a lot different than what we have now from Telltale. And I mean,
right.
And both.
I also played the Jurassic Park one.
Oh, you mean QuickTime Event Simulator?
Yes, I hated that one. I'm so bad at QTEs.
The gaming industry is bad at QTEs.
Fair enough.
Fair.
I mean,
yeah,
I will
I
say,
remember having to redo things over and over and over again. Holy shit.
Well, and with Jurassic Park, not only that, but they also had like a medal system as well.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like really fucked.
Yeah, no, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
And you had to keep seeing the same stupid scene over and over again, and I hated it.
Yeah,
I hated it so much.
I will. So I mean, I've played like a lot of the Telltale stuff. The last one I had played prior to Batman Season 2, I think, was Batman Season 1. It may have been. Okay. It may have also been Walking Dead Michonne. It might have been one of those two. But
that's another one that I haven't played yet.
Yeah, the Walking Dead Michonne one, it's pretty good. It's, you know, it really delves into that character. It was a very good character piece. And I mean, one thing I will say, like, to their credit and to their fault, Telltale can write a decent story.
Mm-hmm.
To their credit, it's a great thing. To their fault, because sometimes things seem a little forced and a little too linear, no matter what choices you make. You know, it's just, this is a story we want to tell, and you're going to get it no matter how you choose things, you know?
Right.
And they don't, Batman one didn't really force that. I mean, yeah, there's I say not, but like obviously like they didn't plan for like every contingency, you know, but
which is really weird when you consider it's a Batman game.
Well, okay, so here's the interesting bit, and as I said, this is not a spoiler.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to avoid that, because the last episode just released today. And such.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the entire season, like the 5th episode can go essentially like it has a real hinging choice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That isn't something you make in episode 5. It's something that you've made all the way through to episode 5.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, it's the people that are listening, they're going to be like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Shut the fuck up. Don't ruin it for people. But yeah.
Please, I've got an entire season now that I'm behind.
Yeah. But I mean, it's prior to Batman season 2. Batman season 1 I liked. I did, as I said, I did go back and I did start playing season 1 again. And I found myself making a lot of the same choices. So it was just like, there's a lot more flexibility with that in season 2. That's a huge plus.
Oh, nice.
But for me, like, the last great Telltale game that I had played was Tales from the Borderlands. Can't explain it. It was just very well done. I enjoyed the hell out of it, and I think I've played it through 3 or 4 times.
I actually have that game on Steam, it turns out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But
I did really like Tales of the Borderlands.
But yeah,
Sorry, my brain just like completely derailed.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, so I mean, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really cool, really awesome. And that was, for me, the high watermark.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, because games after that, I was just like, I would compare them to Tales from the Borderlands. I'm like, this was good, but it wasn't as good as Tales from the Borderlands. You know, it's just the way it was. Like, you know, I didn't play Walking Dead Season 3, which is something I really should. And but I watched people play it, and it was that situation of, well, this is cool, but I still think that Tales from Borderlands is the better game. You know,
Fair.
I mean, it's like Wolf Among Us, like we're supposed to be getting Wolf Among Us Season 2, which will be great. I really hope that some of the mechanics that they've worked on with this Batman season carry over. Because having the whole like relationship system in there was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It made it feel like your choices mattered more than they should. And on some stuff, it was just little throwaway things too that you didn't think would affect anything. And then at the end of the episode, it's just like, you know how you normally get your choices, and it's just like, these are you and 55.8% of people, blah 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 blah, right? And you know, before you get those, you get this whole thing where it's just like Jim Gordon feels this way towards you, and then it goes through like the choices that you made that reflected the relationship and how he feels towards you now. And you're just like, what in the fuck? Like, they did a really good job with that. And apparently I heard that they kind of introduced like a proto relationship system in Walking Dead Season 3. But like, I didn't really even pay attention to that, so I don't know.
They made I'm sorry, they made a what?
It was a
Walking
kind
Dead?
of Walking Dead Season 3 apparently had like an early version of this relationship system in it.
Okay.
But it was just like, it's one of
I
those.
don't remember that distinctly, but
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, it wasn't really called out as much as it is in the
Yeah.
Batman one. So,
right.
I mean, I think
Well, and I did only play 2 episodes, so
fair enough. And I think that that's one of the strong suits is, you know, you're going to make a lot of hard choices in any of the Telltale games. And knowing how it affects people, like immediately affects people, is really cool. You know, it's just like, like this person now feels betrayed by you because of you doing one, like you were really good to them up until this one point when you're just like, fuck them. You know, it's like, and yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations. You're like, well, I can understand why they feel that way about me. Like, it's just little, like they wrote it very well. It was very well done.
awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is something to look forward to, like immensely, like look forward to. GTA had another update since the last time we recorded.
Yep. GTA has had several updates since the last time we recorded.
Really?
GTA has had several updates since the last time I played.
Fair enough. So, yeah, the Doomsday Heist drip feeding ended. And then they dropped the update, which was the San Andreas Super Sport thing, which, listen, it's a racing.
Yes, it is.
It's a whole racing thing.
Yep.
Which is fine. I mean, we can't always have stuff that's just like built on missions.
Sure we can, but we won't.
Well, and the reason why I say that is because, one of the biggest things about Grand Theft Auto is cars and vehicles in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they gotta kind of have a reason for you to work to get these cars, and
But at the same time, it's not Gran Turismo Theft Auto.
no, it isn't. No, not at all. Not at all. But I mean, they introduced the hot ring races, which, in my opinion, like Ray, you haven't played them yet.
I haven't.
You haven't played them yet either, Balen. Ooh.
Nope.
So they're nothing special.
Yeah, they're races.
No, it's not only just that they're races. Like, I did a solo I just did a solo just to kind of see what it was like. And it was it's preset to like 7 laps. And the payouts, it's a double. It's a double, and the payouts were absolute dog shit.
I'm looking.
I was gonna say, and like I think that like if it's double, like if I'm making, if I'm doing it solo, and I understand the races don't pay out super well when you do them by yourself, but on average, like a solo race double will be like about 15K, between 13 and 15K, depending on how many laps and all the other stuff. At a certain point, it like caps. So I mean, like the high end is, I think, would be like 16. So between 13 and 16 grand for a race, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think, and this was 7 laps.
Mm-hmm.
And it paid out like 10.5.
Oof.
And I was just no. And the Saber Turbo stock car edition bullshit, the hot ring car, is like, that's the only car you can use in that race.
No. It's a muscle car. No.
Well, it's not necessarily a muscle car. It is a race car. It's done up like a NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It takes a little getting used to, and I understand that. But for me, the car itself just felt too floaty.
Yeah.
Oh, and all these tracks are like suspended above the map.
Oof.
So, because they're stunt races, apparently.
I'm a little tired of the Hot Wheels tracks, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is kind of what they feel like.
Yeah, that's exactly what they feel like.
Yeah.
They're brightly colored Hot Wheels tracks.
Yep. I mean, in some cases...
I didn't make that connection until you just said it.
In some cases, I don't mind them. Like, if it's a transform race, I'm fine with it.
But a normal race, we're just driving around. All you need is streets.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to Target Assault.
Target Assault looks nice, and we're supposed to be getting that next week.
Awesome. So, Ray, because you probably haven't heard about Target Assault is a basically where one person gets into a 6-wheeled pickup truck, technical, meaning it has a minigun on the back. It's a 4-door vehicle, but you can only have two people in each vehicle. The other person is on the gun. Now, you're not shooting at other players, you're shooting at literal targets, bullseye targets, while basically the person driving tries to win the foot race part of it.
Yep. Because you get, when you go through checkpoints, you get points. If you're in first when you go through that checkpoint, you get more points, you know?
Yeah. So the shooting and the driving are both important.
Yes. And every lap, it switches.
It switches to people?
So let's just say me and Balen are doing this, right? And Balen's driving, and I'm on the gun. And we cross that line to start lap 2. I'm now driving, and you're using the gun.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of picking up and dropping the controller.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here thinking.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. It's not
That's interesting.
Horrible. No,
it's an interesting way to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's not a horrible concept. Apparently,
that sounds somewhat tolerable.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen gameplay of it already because apparently, there was a way to get access to the mode early, which has apparently been fixed.
Okay.
Well, because I mean, the vehicle that's used in that mode isn't released yet. But we're supposed to be getting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the vehicle is the Caracara. It is a 4-door, 6-wheeled pickup truck with a mounted machine gun, which in the target assault is it's kind of like the it's a mounted version of the what the fuck's that? Oh, I can't remember the name of the car, but the standard like 50 cal. That's a standard one. Okay. So apparently
the
Insurgent. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
But you'll be able to you should be able to upgrade that. Like you won't need to drive that into an MOC or into an Avenger to do it, but you should be able to upgrade that pretty easily. Which would be nice. I mean, I'll be happy with that.
Minigun is always fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. But the thing is, it's a 4-door vehicle. So for me, the way I see it, in the race, obviously, it's just 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But in the open world, you can have 4 people inside that thing and 1 person on that gun.
Yeah.
Which I think is terrific.
I mean, I will say this. It's still not as useful as an Insurgent.
Fair.
It never will be. Because first of all, somebody's going to have to get out of one of the comfy interior seats just to get back into the gun.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's not going to have the punching power of an Insurgent. And third of all, it's not going to take 9 rockets like an Insurgent.
No, it won't take 9 rockets like an Insurgent. I mean, the only thing that I think could take almost as many rockets as an Insurgent is a Duke with somebody sitting in the driver's seat. You know about that, right, Ray?
No.
No.
So yeah, if you with the Duke, it takes if you're using the homing launcher, it takes something like 7 to blow it up. But if there's somebody sitting in the driver's seat, it takes 9.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's something that. So it's just one of those things. Of course, if you use a standard RPG, it takes a lot less.
Yeah, and of course, good luck hitting it if there's somebody in the seat.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I will say I'm going to be getting this vehicle because it is a pickup truck with 6 wheels and a gun on the back.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that it has.
Oh yeah.
Just the fact that it has a gun on it is enough for you, pretty much.
Yeah, admittedly. Well, no, it's not entirely true because like most of the drip fed vehicles from the last pass had guns on them, and I didn't buy most of them.
Well, okay, so
There were shitty
Yeah,
machine guns on the front.
I think the fact that it's a pickup truck with the
yeah.
There you
gun
go.
on it.
Yeah, and today today's vehicles, they released the basically like an electric supercar, which is interesting. The Tesseract. They released that, but then they also released the Vapid Ellie, which I didn't think I was going to be excited about until I saw it in the shop, and I was just like, I need this. I fucking need this. Why did I just buy myself a large vehicle workshop? I'm not vehicle workshop. Why did I buy myself a large special cargo warehouse? You know?
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Half price.
yes. I mean, I went with the cheapest large, and I paid $950
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to 1.9, which is beautiful.
Yeah. So it has been so long since I've played GTA that I genuinely don't even know how much money I have.
That's fair. Well, I'll put it this way: the Vapid Ellie, which sorry, the Vapid Ellie. Are you guys familiar with Gone in 60 Seconds? Either version of it?
No.
No.
Really? Okay. I mean, one of them has.
I don't even know what that is.
My car movies are generally fast and or furious.
Okay.
I heard Nicholas, and I'm pretty sure the second half of that is Cage, and I am no longer even remotely interested.
Okay, so that is the remake that was done, which also has Christopher Eccleston in it.
Oh, okay, maybe I might be interested.
Yeah, so I mean,
I like Eccleston.
yeah, and he plays a really like shitbag villain, which is terrific. Like it is beautiful. But then there's also the original Gone in 60 Seconds from the 70s, and I mean, it's great film. It's a great film. It's before your time. Ray. You wouldn't be.
I mean,
you wouldn't be. You're probably like, is it in color or is it one of those oldie time black and white films?
I watch old time black and white films.
Most people your age don't.
Nope.
Yeah, well, most people my age are shitheads. I don't know.
That is a ringing endorsement right there, everybody.
Yeah.
But no, so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most millennials, true millennials, will be like, "Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong." It's like with Homestuck; everyone knows we're trash.
But yeah, so the vehicle is the Vapid Ellie. It's modeled after the old Mustang, which is, I mean, for me, I'm just like I saw that, like I heard about it, I was just like, I don't know, but then I saw it and I was just like, I need this, just because of like the aesthetic of my character.
I mean, it's a Dominator.
It handles.
Oh, it's not?
No. There's actually a Dominator GT coming out like near the end of the drip feed.
Okay, that's the one I thought you were speaking of. Okay, yeah.
No.
My bad.
No, this one legit looks like a fucking late 60s Mustang. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So I'm just like, all right. And it's only $565K. So
I actually have it on.
It's on the cheaper side.
Yeah.
It's one thing I do like about this update is some of the stuff like is pricey and other stuff it's like sub $700K. Like there's like an old like almost 50s style like station wagon SUV thing that got released.
Okay.
That's actually one that I really want for MSU.
I mean that one's under $400K.
I'm gonna have to get it. I'm modded all to hell.
Yep. So I mean there's that, and I mean the LE is something that I'll end up picking up at some point, but I don't know. It's just a Like, I'm not a car person at all. I've never really been a car person.
Same.
But just seeing like the look of like those classic, like the classic style vehicles, it just, I don't know. Like, it's the reason why I drive around a fucking Hermes, you know?
Yep.
Like, I like the Hermes very much. It is a beautiful vehicle. Does it handle great? In snow, yes. In dry, no. This is one thing I learned. I scienced the shit out of it. It handles better in the fucking snow. For the 6 days of snow you get every year in Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
But otherwise it's all about like speed control and stuff like that, or else you will like, because I've flipped the thing on the fucking highway, changing lanes.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, it's one of those things. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, like I know me and Storms were doing some GTA earlier. And I helped him fill up
Balen told me about that.
Yeah, and I helped him fill up his warehouse, and then my game crashed. So, big surprise. Fucking GTA.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing that happens, but I was actually really thrilled with being able to kind of sit down and actually play with people again. So, I mean, there was that.
Yeah, I can understand that. I need to get back into it. I miss it.
Yeah.
There's 2 other things I've been playing with people, so. And
I miss playing with anything with you guys, honestly.
Yeah.
Same.
I've been playing some Mass Effect multiplayer. Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer with a mutual friend of ours who totally doesn't have a BioWare problem. So, I mean, there's that.
That took me a second. I don't know why it took me a second, but that took me a second.
I heard mass and knew immediately where it was going.
Yep.
So.
Well, I think my brain went to Connor first, even though we haven't talked to Connor in like 5 ever.
Yeah.
And I just turned into a teenager by saying 5 ever.
Yep. Totes
me goats.
It stabs me on the inside.
Oh my goodness.
If you could only see my face and how pained it is right now.
Oh, if you could only see how bad I winced as I said it.
Oh, fair enough. At least, so it hurt you almost as much as it hurt me. Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. But you know, sometimes
they're just my headphones back on. What did DorkyRae say?
The other
Some
game.
things are just worth it.
The other game I've been playing, and I mean, I've been playing this with people, and you guys are gonna fucking judge me for it, and I know it, and I accept that. Overwatch.
I saw you playing that.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I have not played Overwatch in a while, but I definitely enjoy that game.
Do you have it for the PC?
Not for the PC, unfortunately. I've only got it for PS4.
They just released a new hero, so.
Oh, cool.
Definitely not my kind of game. I don't judge people for that, and I judge Blizzard, but that's beyond the point.
So
I mean, it's fair.
So what
I have to be in the right mood to play it, but I do enjoy it.
So what I've been playing, like with that mode, with that game anyway, I've been mostly playing versus bots. So it's like a PvE type situation. And that allows me to kind of enjoy the game a bit more. So
that's fair.
I mean, there's that.
I used to my favorite to play, and one that I think I may actually cosplay in the future is I really enjoy May.
May is like the trolliest troll character that's ever trolled. I've I've enjoyed.
Really?
Oh God, yes. So there's been a few times where I've played like matches against people, and basically my group will be trying to defend the point, and I'll go ahead to like where the entrance to their spawn point is, and as soon as I start seeing them come up, I'll put a wall up, and then everybody just kind of lines up and waits for them to either come through there or come out the other ways.
Nice.
It is a total troll fucking tactic. It is glorious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The two characters I've been playing the most is Diva.
Okay.
She's the one with the mech.
Right.
And Moira, who is a offensive healer. And she throws balls at people. So
yeah, I haven't played since Moira came about.
Yeah, Moira's pretty fun.
The last time I played was before Moira was released.
Yeah, so I mean, Moira's.
I hate playing.
You hate playing?
I hate playing healers. I'm not good at it.
So
the only one that I've been semi decent at I was all right as Anna, I think, the old lady one.
Oh, the one
with
with
the sniper gun.
The sleepy darts. Yeah.
Yeah.
How she can put a fucking mech suit to sleep is beyond me. But
I mean, yeah.
Because Blizzard.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah, fair.
So no, I mean like so the new character Brigitte is she is a healer. Fucking surprise, but she's like an offensive healer.
Okay.
And her she heals people by doing damage to other people.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Interesting.
They have to be within a radius. Like your team has to be within a radius of you, and so you have like a little portable shield that you use to kind of defend yourself, and you have like a rocket flail on a chain, so you can kind of knock people around with that. But you also have rally, which is your healing ability, where basically as you do damage, you heal your teammates, which is kind of cool. I have not played as her yet, but it's Blizzard's been one of those. Blizzard's been trying to get people to play support characters for a while, because nobody wants to play like a straight up healer.
Right.
Which I can understand.
I know,
my favorite kind of character.
Mercy mains.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
wow.
it takes some getting used to, like having. It takes a very specific mindset to be the healer, you know.
Yeah.
People rather play as a tank, or they much rather play as DPS or whatever. So.
Back when I played
I also played Bastion a lot.
Back when I was playing PlanetSide 2, I always played medic. I was the guy who would basically run out like as soon as someone dropped, res them, and get back into cover before the other team res. What's that motherfucker doing?
Yeah. Nice.
I
mean, that's the way you got to do it sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not good enough at staying alive to be any use as a healer.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, the entire round, I don't think I healed anybody, and I just ended up running from spawn to the payload, spawn to payload, spawn to and yeah, it was not great.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just it's a thing. But that being said,
I love how we're still on what have we been playing?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, well, true facts.
It has been a while, and I mean, there's certain things like certain things I don't know if we're going to be if we should talk about, because I'm not sure how people feel about news about movies that are in production. So
no.
Exactly. So we're avoiding those topics.
Yeah, we are avoiding Avengers Infinity War.
This wasn't Infinity War.
Oh.
We're avoiding Deadpool. We're
We're-
avoiding, for the most part, the X-Men and the Dark Phoenix New Mutant stuff.
So we're not speculating.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
We're also not going to be talking about Captain Marvel, who may have had 3 big casting announcements.
Clockwork.
Oh, see, I'm not up to date on any of this news.
I have heard about the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you
Okay,
mentioned.
well, we're not talking about it. So
Well, no, Balen's our litmus test on this. Like, if Balen's just
fair enough.
yeah, so yeah, Clark Gregg has joined the cast of Captain Marvel.
But remember that it is set in the past.
Yes.
So basically, that's not proof that the rest of the MCU knows he's still alive.
Yeah.
It is, however, interesting that he's the first person to make it back.
Coulson.
The son of Cole. Director of
Well, but-
S.H.I.E.L.D.
We do know that he's
No, the
back
MCU
because
doesn't.
of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The MCU does not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Captain America, Iron Man, they're all unaware that he survived
Okay.
at all. But
Got
is
it.
interesting-
Though
It is interesting that he'll be the first person to be on television to get back to the movies.
fair.
People don't generally go back the way they came.
Yeah,
Fair,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the other
Oh,
two.
fingers crossed.
The other two, it's definitely a redemption thing with them. So.
Which I don't know anything about the other two. So.
Yep, and that's why I'm not mentioning names or what they were previously in. But it is a redemption for both
Fair.
them as actors and as the characters that they portrayed. So
somebody that played the Human Torch at one time. Got it.
no. We've already had that twice. I mean,
But there was a 1994 Fantastic Four movie, so
Oh God.
how
I'm
funny?
just saying.
How funny would it be if they actually cast one of those motherfuckers?
I would love that. I would love that if they brought back the 1994 Human Torch in some role and had him be a really great guy. Because man, that'd be fantastic. That's what I want.
That would be
That'd be
fantastic.
pretty funny.
But yeah, no, I mean it's just one of those things. And I actually had a interesting discussion. Now this is unrelated. I mean, unrelated to that news, but it's related to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it deals with a movie I enjoyed. Balen really didn't. I think Ray enjoyed it.
I mean, it's a movie. Yeah, I probably enjoyed it.
Thor
Have
Ragnarok.
we ever had a movie that I didn't enjoy? Oh, I loved Thor Ragnarok. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh God, that was horrible. No, it wasn't horrible. It was horrible for Marvel, which is still better than a lot of other franchises.
So, I've crafted a theory on why the tone of Ragnarok was the way it was.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we know that certain groups are going to be in Infinity War.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As comic book readers, we know the horrible shit Thanos does.
Yes.
We know how
No.
dark that can fucking get.
He doesn't do things half measured. Oh
No.
wait, there's one thing he does half measured.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
He snaps his fingers and he kills half the universe.
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
That happened in
Lovely.
the comics.
Yep, in the comics, legit.
Literally half the, and it wasn't just he kills half the universe. No. He kills half the population of every planet in the universe.
Yep.
Oh wow.
He did it precise. That's the funny thing.
Yeah. Huh.
So
Okay. Anyway.
So we know that, like, obviously this is a major threat, blah, 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 that kind of thing. We know that things are going to get dark.
Yeah.
Because Thanos. And we also know that the Guardians can't be the only ones to kind of lighten the mood from time to time.
Yeah.
I think that's why they did the tonal shift on Thor. So
I
people
hope so.
going into Infinity War kind of know what to kind of expect from Thor.
But I would not have minded it so much if it had been like everybody but Thor, and Thor's just standing there with this look like, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah. I mean, I one of the characters I thoroughly enjoyed was Korg. I mean, I thought it was a fucking terrific character. You despised that character.
Yes, I did. But mostly just because I really liked World War Hulk.
Fair.
And they just it just didn't feel right. Make up some new characters. That's all I ask.
Well, I mean, you can't always do like. Yes, Korg was a pretty big part of the whole Planet Hulk stuff. But outside of that, it's just, I mean, a lot of people didn't know the character. You know, so
Which is why renaming him couldn't have been that difficult. He can be the same race.
So for a while there, people, and you got to remember with Thor: Dark World, where he goes up against were they Krogan, Korgan?
Yeah.
Cronan. There we go.
Yeah. The
Who's-
Rocky people.
Yeah. The Rock people.
Yep.
So when he goes up against them, and like the big one comes up, and he just kind of shatters it one shot. Like, people were just like, was that in the first Thor? I think that was the first Thor.
I think so.
The second one had the during the dimension hopping thing.
Yeah.
You see the Cronin fighting something, and people are like, "Oh shit, there's Korg," and there's like, "No, that wasn't Korg." But at the same time, who's to say that that wasn't? And this is also like another person from that planet named Korg.
I mean, it's possible. There's more than one John, so
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way I look at it in that sense.
that's possible.
You know, and it just, I mean, it's the way that you don't like Korg because of the way they change things with his character, because he was such a big deal with Planet Hulk. It's kind of how I felt about Guardians 2 with Ego. I mean,
Oh, I'll admit I did not like that take on Ego either.
No.
But
I mean,
I liked the character, but I didn't like him being Ego, the living planet.
I liked Ego, the living planet stuff. I didn't like the fact that it's like, oh hey, Ego is now Peter Quill's dad. Spoilers.
I didn't like that either. Yeah.
I mean, I took more issue with that, and it being like a father-son tale. Like that's in Guardians 2. That's the part of the movie that I tuned out most, and I felt bored. But I don't know. Like I just, they could have done such a better job with that, and it's one of those things we had to change shit around because certain rights go here, certain rights go there. We don't want people to be all predictable about stuff. I understand that to a point. You know, oh, well, if we introduce this character, then we have to go through all this mythos and all this other shit. Like, I get that. Like, bringing in Ego was not a bad idea.
No. Doing him the way they did was.
The way they did was an issue. I mean, and this kind of goes back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which we haven't talked about. And now that Ray is basically caught up with the series, which is
up to this season, but I don't think including this season.
Yeah.
Correct. I have not seen the most recent season. I
am
caught up.
It's a shame because this episode was really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh God.
Um,
Especially when the person revealed to the person that he knows what's up with person in person and person.
Oh,
geez.
yeah. I mean, there was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other person's reaction to that was priceless.
And person watching's reaction was priceless too, because the person who was watching may have shed some tears.
So, it was a wonderful episode.
Yeah.
And revealed that person and person were same person. Oh, jeez.
Yep. They all know, bruh.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, spoiler portion is done.
Yeah.
You're all welcome.
Yep. I can't believe
I
they
hate
brought
you
in.
both.
I can't believe they brought in Cobra Commander though. So. God, I love it. But no, like when Gemma was on the planet, right? I could have
Yes.
for a little stretch there, because of the way the planet was reacting and stuff. I was under the impression of like, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. giving us ego?
Ah.
Like there was a few
Yeah.
episodes there where I was just like, we're getting ego.
That would have been nice.
Like, what in the flying fuck? Like, this is amazing. And then it ends up not being ego. And you're like, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, but here's Hive. And it's like, all right, fine, fair enough.
And fucking
Ward. Yeah, I know.
Ward. Ugh.
And the fact that he comes back every single season is hilarious.
Yep.
I swear to God, I am so done with this guy. Like, is he in the newest Is he in the newest season?
We cannot comment.
No, please.
No, we can't say.
We cannot
Like,
confirm nor
I need
deny.
to brace myself.
We cannot
I need to brace myself if he's gonna. Oh my God.
we
I
cannot
hate it.
This is a
confirm
no spoiler
nor
zone.
deny. We cannot confirm nor deny that Grant Ward is in the newest season.
Right. This is a safe space for spoilers.
Because
Fucking A.
for numerous reasons, right? It's first off, it's a safe space for spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
That takes precedent there. But on the other hand, if we say he's not, but he is, we're betraying.
Mm-hmm.
If we say that he is, but he isn't, I mean, yeah, we would have a laugh, but we'd be betraying.
Yeah.
And if we say no, he's not, and then he shows up in this week's episode, I mean, then we look like assholes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's really
Okay,
no
but that's a different situation, because that's a sense like, yeah, that would be different.
Let me just put it this way,
Like,
right?
if he hasn't
sure
shown up to this point, and then he does show up, I mean, that's not your fault.
Right? Let's make one thing perfectly clear. There has always been a Grant Ward. There will always be a Grant Ward. Just brace yourself for whenever he's going to show up next.
Yeah.
So done with him.
Especially-
Like, no, okay, so here's the
Bringing him
thing.
back.
I'm really hoping. What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
You cut out completely.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello? Can you hear us?
Testing?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I did not hear what Balen
How many bars do you have? Are you standing?
I'm not gonna say.
Are you standing in the middle of a field?
Basically.
Fair enough.
I mean, this house that I'm house sitting at is podunk nowhere.
Fair.
I had to drive a country road just to get out here.
Nice.
Wet country road.
A wet country road, yes, because it's been raining for God knows how long.
So, what were you going to say, Ray? Before your internet.
About Ward.
I was say that I really hope this fucking stops with Grant Ward, because it's gonna get to the point that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stops with Grant Ward, because it really legitimately will get to the point that if he keeps showing up, I'm just gonna be done.
Well, I mean, when
Like,
what about
I'm annoyed enough with him showing up that it would kill the show for me.
Well, I guess we shouldn't let Ray know about the news about season 6 being dubbed Agents of Ward. I'm joking.
Great.
I'm completely fucking joking.
I mean, it's just I enjoy the show. I do. I'm just really sick. It's beating a dead horse at this point.
One of Grant Ward's favorite pastimes, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
So, I mean, all right.
And so I'm just like,
see, and this is the funny bit of this. Like, up until his Hydra turn, you liked Ward.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. That's the most annoying thing is that I liked him in the first season.
I hated him until the Hydra turn.
Exactly, and it's just like when they bring in Ward, I'm just like, oh, shit's gonna get good. Like it's just,
and I was fine with them turning him evil. Like not in this. I mean, there was the sense that I get emotionally attached to characters.
Way too easy.
But and I think here's the problem is I do get very easily, extremely, way beyond too easily attached to characters.
One of the reasons you had such trouble with the Punisher, because you grew attached to those people's eyes when he was pushing them.
No, I just have a really big problem with eye horror. Like the movie Coraline, which is an animated claymation type film, I cannot watch because of the button eyes. Mm-hmm. Because of the whole talk of replacing their eyes with buttons. It makes me I can't do eye horror of any kind.
Fair.
There was a book that I read, no pictures, and within the first 2 pages, it was the dude like dug another dude's eyes out with his fingers. And I have not read anything by that author ever since.
You must have had real trouble with Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh, I did.
I remember that. I think
like
you streamed it, right? Because I think I remember watching you.
Oh, I absolutely streamed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember now. You freaked the hell out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That and then the other one that I freaked the hell out was Walking Dead season 2, where Clementine has to stitch up her own arm. There are 2 things that I cannot stand. I cannot stand stitches going into a person's body, and I cannot stand eye horror. I mean, it's
so stitching up someone's eyeball would be right out then.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, and in fact, I'm pretty sure with Tales from the Borderland, that part where you have to, where I freaked out. I think I ended up having to do it twice because the game crashed.
Yeah. Yep.
And
never have LASIK.
I was like practically in tears. I will never have LASIK. I mean, it took me. It took me probably. Well, no, it took my glasses breaking off into my eyebrow for me to move on to contact for a while. And I don't wear contacts very often anymore. Just because I'm lazy. But I can do contacts now. But for the longest time, I couldn't do contacts, and the only reason that I did was because I fell at a skating rink, and my glasses broke off and got wedged up into my eyebrow, and I've still got a scar.
That's rough.
From that fiasco, yeah. But yeah, so back from that tangent, my whole serious issue with eye horror.
Yeah, it's a tangent, but go ahead.
So back to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. My problem is I get very easily attached with characters. But the fact that they kept getting rid of, and I was fine with Grant being Hydra. I felt like that gave him a much more character depth, and he was much more interesting.
I'm just gonna cut you off right there. It gave Grant a character. Didn't give him more of a character.
Fair.
Gave him a character.
Bland as hell.
Yes.
And then they made him an interesting person.
Yep.
Fair. The fact they kept bringing him back, I have no emotional attachment to him anymore. None whatsoever.
I mean,
of course,
I have never had that happen before, where I have completely lost any emotional attachment to a character.
Okay, so
like even if they go bad, like there's still that small bit of attachment to them, to where even if they're a terrible person, I will still cry if they die.
Mm-hmm.
I have no feelings for Grant Ward whatsoever, except disgust. Like when I see him come up, I'm just like, ugh. So here's the problem. I worry that the actor's going to be in another. I worry that the actor's going to be in another show, and I'm just going to go, ugh. And that character will be forever dead to me, and I will never form any emotional attachment. I'm not going to be able to see this actor ever again. Like they can't put him in any other show.
Just wait till they cast him as Tony Stark in the reboot.
I know! It's gonna be like, well, fuck Tony. Don't care about him anymore.
So I'm gonna just kind of say this on just you say that like it just was too much Ward. I honestly think it was enough Ward.
Yeah.
Because I mean, okay, season 1. I mean, he's part of the team. Then he turns Hydra. Well, he's always been Hydra, but he lets his allegiance known. So, I mean, okay, so there's that. Season 2, they're basically hunting Ward for a good bit of that season. Yeah. And I mean, Ward's Hydra, he's doing his Hydra things and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Season 3, I mean, they go, hey, like, Inhumans now, and so on and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. We need Ward, basically. I mean, he gets wrapped up in that whole Hydra Inhumans thing, which was good and was fine. Season 4, the way they handled him with like in this universe, like Ward's still a turncoat. He's still a double agent. Yeah,
just he's now a double agent for the good guys against the bad guys.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was a great plot twist.
I mean, yes, I don't know. Like, I think
you also got to think of it this way. Like, the framework was made in a way that it was meant to give the people the things they wanted most.
And he wanted redemption.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, the Ward character wanted redemption, like, which was a thing, but it makes you think that, like, because Skye at the time was kind of really into Ward.
Yep.
And she felt like super betrayed. So what's to say that in all actuality, what she wanted, like what her persona in the framework would have wanted, was to not be betrayed by Ward.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can understand why. But so the problem for me was I got the closure of him dying the first time. And then all of a sudden he's back as Hive.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, arguably, yeah, I mean, he was back as Hive, but he wasn't, if that makes any sense.
I don't look at his face again. I don't know, it just felt so... It's like you would get closure and then all of a sudden, oh, hey, fuck your closure. And then he dies again. And then, oh hey, fuck that closure too.
Right?
And then he dies again, and now he's gonna come back, and it's gonna be like, you know what, just...
Right. You have to understand, you're watching a TV show based on a medium in which coming back from the dead is a fairly common occurrence.
It's about as regular as using a bathroom in the comic book universe. Like,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
and
Cap came back from the dead. Iron
I
Man
get
came
that,
back
but
from
that's
the dead.
also why I don't know. Like, I don't know. I hate plot armor.
No, he doesn't have plot armor.
That's probably well, no, that's true. But no, like, so I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I can't stand him.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
like I said, I have no more emotional attachment to him. And like I said, if the actor shows up in some other show, there's going to be this immediate disconnect.
Fair.
It's just gonna be like, you know what? There's no way I'm gonna fall in love with your character because you're fucking Grant Ward again in something else.
Grant Ward is to you what Anakin Skywalker is to me. Good to know.
Yeah, basically. Anakin was a whiny bitch.
Yeah,
he was.
Yes, he was.
I mean, every incarnation of Anakin was a whiny bitch.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, they made Luke a whiny bitch.
Yeah.
It's also, I mean, it's so someone else that I have never formed any kind of emotional attachment to, and this is also comic book world, is Superman / Clark Kent. Because I could never stand him. It was like he had one weakness, it was kryptonite, and then he eventually basically becomes immune to kryptonite, where the kryptonite doesn't actually cause the problems that it's supposed to cause, or whatever. It's the stupidest bullshit ever.
And I mean, what?
So, I mean, like, with the whole kryptonite thing, I mean...
And magic.
Yeah, magic was...
And psionics.
Yeah. I will say that they did go super overboard with his power set. I mean,
he basically spontaneously developed whatever power he needed at the moment. But then again, this is the golden age we're talking about, and the silver age when shit was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Silver age isn't. When did the silver age end? I'm trying to think.
I think mid-70s.
Okay.
I mean, that was another table too that I've never liked at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Honestly, if you want to talk ridiculous, Batman's more ridiculous than Superman can ever be. Superman at least
I'm not a big
powers. But yeah.
I'm not a big Batman fan either. But I don't know, like if I had, and that is probably one of the reasons that I don't like comics, is because everything ends up OP and I just get tired of it. You
like Spider-Man, I think.
I do like Spider-Man.
He is as far away from Superman and Batman as you can get.
Yeah, I will actually sit down and read the occasional Spider-Man comic book, or Spider-Gwen, or whoever. I like the Spider.
Did you guys see the new Gwenom pop that's coming out in June?
Yeah, I saw what you posted. That was an interesting image.
Yep. I have not seen what you posted because I've just been like.
So
I've been so silent lately.
So in the pop universe, they're doing a whole Deadpool line of pops. So we're getting several new Deadpool pops.
Venom Pool.
Well, I mean Venom Pool, right? That's already out. That was part of the.
I swore they were coming out with another one though.
No, that was part of the Contest of Champions line.
Okay.
But we're getting Gwenom, which is going to be nice. And that's a different line. But with the Deadpool line, we're getting, I think it's like 4 different Deadpools, including Deadpool as Bob Ross.
Yeah, I saw that.
I kind of want that just because Bob Ross. Is there a Bob Ross pop?
There's
Oh, sure
several
is.
Bob Ross
Yeah.
pops.
Need.
Right, I'm going to say this right now. Really quick, make up a character in your head. There's a pop for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I mean, there's that. We're getting a domino pop, which this I think is a little controversial, personally. So it's going to be the Deadpool pop line, right?
Yeah.
And the domino we're given is comic domino
Yeah.
and not Zazie Beetz domino,
Yeah.
which I find is interesting. And of course, I mean, they can't be a Deadpool line without fucking Cable, fucking drinking and shit. Cable.
Oh, I love these pops. Sorry, I just went on Amazon
Well,
to
yeah.
check out the Bob Ross pops.
Fucking Cable doing its thing. I'm gonna have myself a couple shots of Jack. Go back in the future because it's all fucked up again. I don't know what I did. God damn. I miss that. I really miss making fun of some of the voice lines from Marvel Heroes. I really do.
Yeah.
Whether it was Punisher
Miss
War
lots of
Journals
Marvel Heroes.
or drunk fucking Cable.
Yeah.
Fucking Cable.
We're about to start waxing poetic about
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
Heroes again.
It happens every
It always
one
seems
of
to
these.
happen.
Well, I mean, it's been so long since we've had it. I mean, we hit that
Just-
point.
yeah.
This is kids. This is
true.
kids. This is what nostalgia is.
Yes, it is.
Because we're thinking back to like something we
All
enjoyed.
the good times.
Yeah, the good old days back before fucking Carnage.
Yep.
As
I mean, I'll tell you what I miss.
What do you
I miss when I used to stream Marvel Heroes and I would actually do the voices of the characters running around, saying shit, responding. I would roleplay. I actually role played Marvel Heroes. I'm just doing that.
Nice.
I legit miss us grouping up and just kind of mindlessly killing
Yeah.
trash mobs
Well,
and
just
ignoring chats.
Doing this while doing this.
Yeah. I mean, we'd
Yeah.
be doing, but then again,
I mean,
we also had great moments.
Yeah, we
like,
basically podcasted while
Yeah.
while playing Marvel Heroes,
Yeah.
essentially.
I mean, that's if we're gonna be serious, Marvel Heroes is a secret origin for pod errors.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
legitimately
Oh, yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
I
it's
know.
even secret. I think we ended up even that's where we even came up with the name pod. Or no, that was when we did the odd errors,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we just
And
added
pod
a
errors
P
came
for
from that. Yeah.
Yep.
odds.
So honestly, yeah, this is that was the origin right there.
Yep.
No Marvel Heroes, you might
Yeah.
not have this, folks.
Yep. The Gwengers assemble.
Now I feel the need to bring in pizza.
You know, Thor.
Are you high enough level for that?
27.
It was
27.
20
Now I can open pizzas.
28.
Yeah.
Was it 28?
It was 28.
Yes, it was.
The only reason why I know that is because I actually had to
Quoted.
rearrange my chat bot. So quote 28 was
Yeah.
was that
Yeah.
because quote 29 was. I remember my father once saying, "Son, Gotham's a shithole because too many dudes aren't getting punched in the face." Like,
uh,
I miss AIM dudes.
AIM dudes were good.
Yeah. They always had something fun to say.
I mean,
Yeah.
like enemy wise, like just standard trash mobs.
Yeah.
The AIM guys were great.
mhm.
Yeah.
I don't miss the Savage Lands at all.
No.
No.
If any of you guys ever played Marvel Heroes, and you've done you did the story, you know how much of a pain in the ass the Savage Lands were.
Just getting around.
Yeah, and thankfully,
I think I got lucky enough that when I played, because I only played with you guys, I had Balen would play the story with me, and so he would checkpoint or whatever.
yeah, he'd already have all the
And then-
the fast
and then-
travels.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and then invite me.
Yep.
or however it works. I would teleport to him.
I mean, legitimately, that is like the only way to get around the Savage Lands. Like, you had to be
Yeah.
with somebody that's already been through the shit.
Yes.
I mean, it's. I don't want to say it was like being stuck in like a hostile land.
But
with
it was like being stuck in a hostile land.
But I mean, it's.
It was being stuck in a shitty design level.
Yeah.
Everything is green. Get used to it.
Yeah. And the arrow is telling you to go this. Oh wait, there's a ledge. You can't go that way. But the arrow
Now
is
you have
telling
to
me.
back up half of here.
Yeah. All right. So how do I get over there? Okay, let me just follow this up. So maybe there's a landmass at no. Oh, so you're telling me I have to walk back to the center of the map, go right,
Yeah.
go up.
To be able to go left.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was
Just
fucking,
pure and utter bullshit.
It was fucking
Yeah.
dog shit is what it was.
It was.
It was but I mean I do miss like, and I started playing Diablo 3 on the console again. Just because I mean I kind of miss that style of game. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Grim Dawn.
I mean, the only reason I played that was because of you guys. I would not normally play that style of game. I actually normally hate that style of game.
So, and that's
the
fair.
license worked really well for it, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of wish that like DC had something that was on par with what Marvel Heroes had.
I wish DC had something that was on par with friggin' World of Warcraft and Hearthstone and other Blizzard games. Or, you know what? The DOS loading screen for when you're going into Windows. If DC had something on par with that, that would be awesome.
I think the closest thing DC had was Infinite Crisis.
I tried that, could not get into it. I also tried your DC Universe Online, could not get into it.
So, in the case of DC Universe Online, and we've talked about this on stream, because I played a bit of it on stream. I've played it on PC, I've played it on console. It felt like dog shit on PC. Because the game was designed for console. Plain and simple. So, I mean, there's that. Infinite Crisis, yeah, it was a MOBA. I mean, I'm not a MOBA player by any stretch, but I feel the way that they crafted that game and the characters they brought in, because they didn't just do like the main Earth One.
There are, if you look around, you can find just about any DC hero. The one thing I will grant you is if you just want to run around and talk to characters, that's the game for you.
Were you talking DC Universe Online?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, but yeah, I mean, like Infinite Crisis. I mean, you had like, for example, Nightmare Batman, and like the Gaslight universe characters and
Where
such.
he was a vampire. Where Batman was a vampire, I believe, is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh no, that was I want to say that was a Nightmare.
Okay, I could have sworn it was Gotham by Gaslight. Interesting.
No, Gotham by Gaslight was when it was set in like a Victorian age. Like it was it was like steampunk Batman. It was terrific. Yeah. So I mean, there's also like, and apparently there's a animated film that they released, Gotham by Gaslight. So, and if you know anything about Gotham, if you know anything about DC movies, their standard fare is typically dog shit.
But their
animated stuff is fucking on point.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I will say, here's my biggest problem with DC Universe Online, though. Going back to that for a moment.
Yeah.
You didn't generate a superhero. You generated a cosplayer. My character cosplays as a Superman clone. Well, my character cosplays as a Wonder Woman clone. You know, it's all variants on the established heroes and their costumes.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I totally get that. Personally, for me, I did like the fact that you could be like, oh well, I want super speed, but I want to deal with gadgets. You know?
Yeah.
I did like that aesthetic.
And I want to dress like Wonder Woman for no reason.
Well, I mean, costume-wise, there's not much you could fucking do.
Exactly. That's my point. Basically, I mean, yeah, I'm going here again. City of Heroes. Well, it's true that you could make just about any existing hero, and they got sued for that. True story.
Yep.
The fact that you could create a hero that looked like whatever you wanted it to, I loved that. I had one hero who was basically an homage to the Flash named Blue Shifter.
Mm-hmm.
Her costume was a gradient where it starts as a very light shade of blue going down toward the feet, which wound up being a very dark shade of blue.
Mm-hmm.
Just a gradient straight down. It's simple, but it looked amazing. And I like that you could do that.
Yeah. I think that with, and I mean, what City of Titans is supposed to be coming out this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Late this year, but yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I mean, so there's that, and I've noticed that they've been streaming development a bit more too,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool.
They picked up speed on it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's attention on it. That's the biggest thing. But I mean, even when you look at some of the other games in that vein, like you have Ship of Heroes and so on and so forth, there's a market for that type of game.
Yes, there is.
And with Marvel Heroes gone, more so than ever, is there a need for a superhero-based, massively multiplayer online game?
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's instanced or whatnot. I mean, I would be fine with that. I just need something that isn't DC Universe Online because I don't feel like buying fucking packs, so I have access to fucking powers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the big things. Like, so and I this was on stream, so I'm setting up my character, like my first character for DCUO. So I'm setting my first character, and it's just like, oh, well, what powers do you want? And I'm like, oh, cool, they're giving me access to light. And I go, let me add light to my character.
Now we're up to Green Lantern stuff.
And they're just like, yeah, you can add this. Give us money. And I'm like, no.
$10, dude. What?
10? Was it on sale?
That's what it was when I first saw it. Did they raise the price?
That was because it's bundled with like a couple chapters.
Oh crap!
So it's like a $15 to $20 thing. And the same thing with like the Red Lantern stuff. You know, it's like, come on, guys.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's not the way you. To me, that's not the way that you keep a game alive.
If anyone out there, go ahead.
No, if it makes any sense, like if you're working on, if you're putting out a game that is free to play, make it truly free to play. I mean, I know you with Marvel Heroes, Balen, you did the Iron Man challenge.
Yes, I did. I did not spend a dime on that account.
Yeah,
and I kept going and going and going with it. Oh, well, here's Eternity Splitters. Boom, got myself another hero. Yeah. Oh, what's this? I have a few extra costumes, put them together in Blender. Boom, I got a new costume.
And at the same time, you also had, like, because of login bonuses and stuff like that. And
exactly. I took advantage of every single free promotion they had.
Yeah. Oh, sign in on this day between these 3 hours and get a free hero? Fuck yes.
Done. Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, anniversary event? Like, chance.
I think I had like 20 or 25 heroes by the time it ended.
And you didn't spend a dime, which was great.
That was the whole point of that account. That became my main stream account.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, it did.
Yeah. Yeah. That became my everyday stream. My Monday was still my main account.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I was gonna say, like, you had your Monday account, and then you had your Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday account.
Yeah.
And then you had your offline account.
Which was before I even started streaming.
Yeah.
That's why that existed as a separate account, because I was like, you know what? I want to start from the beginning for streaming. And that became my main total account.
Yeah.
But the Iron Man Challenge is my main stream account.
Yeah.
Now, if anyone out there is listening and has some pull or influence with any of these superhero games coming out right now, there's a very important thing. You need to institute non-unique naming. Do not make the mistake City of Heroes did. Do not make the mistake that DCU Online did. Do what Champions Online did. Make it so that your name is tied to your specific account, but it can be the same as somebody else. Because the superhero names start to dry up really freaking quick. And unlike in a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, a superhero game, your name is the most important thing about you.
You're not wrong.
Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, anything you can name here. Any of these names bring up a mental image of the character that you cannot deny exists connected to that character.
Yeah.
I cannot tell. I used to spend over an hour using thesauruses and crap trying to come up with an alternate name, and at the end I would just scrap the character idea because unless I can have something resembling this, it wasn't worth it. If I have a character who is green and uses fire powers and I want to name them Green Flame, something like Emerald Light isn't going to work.
Yeah.
It just isn't going to work. So basically your hero name should be Green Flame, and then appended to it as the your account at your account name.
Yeah. No, and I
people
agree
just
with
see
that.
Green Flame above your head because that is what needs to happen.
Yeah. No, and I agree. I agree with you with that completely.
The first one of these new generation of superhero games that does that is going to get the lion's share of the market. I'm calling that right now because people are sick and tired of taking an hour to create a character name.
Yeah. When you spend more time creating a character name than actually creating a character, that's a problem.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
On the topic of character creation, now this is something me and Storms actually talked about when we were playing GTA earlier, and it's actually something that I've given a lot of thought to. We all know that eventually there'll be a GTA 6.
Yes. Which hopefully is Vice City.
Let's hope.
Yes.
We all know that there's going to be a new Saints Row game. We all know that Red Dead 2 is coming out, and it will eventually make it to PC because no, it's not even a we can hope. The fact that they've made so much money from just PC on Grand Theft Auto would mean it would be stupid of them not to do a PC version of Red Dead 2. Plain and simple. I mean, especially if it has an online component, it'd be stupid for them not to.
I have learned never to underestimate the stupidity of a gaming company, though. But yeah.
But of gaming companies, Rockstar's pretty good at not fucking themselves.
That's true. That is true.
So, I mean, personally, like I threw Saints Row into the conversation because I hope the next Saints Row has like a GTA-esque open world online mode.
Yes. Oh God, a virtual Stillwater.
Saints Row Online needs to be a thing.
Yes.
That goes without saying. But the main reason why I threw Saints Row into the conversation there wasn't because of that little thing I wanted to throw out there.
It's because there are details.
Volition, we love you.
Yes.
THQ Nordic, do the right thing.
Yes. We will love you more.
But we know Grand Theft Auto 6 will end up being a thing, and we know for the next probably
there will be an online
5 to 6 years, people are gonna speculate on what's going to happen with it and say they got early access to the game before it was even fucking announced because there's 2 other games that come out before it and all the other shit. In Grand Theft Auto 5 online,
the character creation is lackluster.
very. If you could
You
add,
wind up settling for what you instead of going for getting what you want.
if you can change one feature or add a feature to its character creator, what would it be?
I would remove the lineage feature.
Really?
It limits it so much. You should be able to pretty much make the face you want to make, rather than let's put it this way. I believe you all have seen. I've actually sent around to people. Here's the site you go to learn how to make a good-looking character.
Yeah.
That should not be necessary. And the lineage system makes it so it is necessary.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
If you're not going to do that, then at least triple the number of people you can choose from. So you can get a bunch of different faces.
Yeah.
Ray, what
Yes.
would you like? Is there a feature you would add, change, or I guess remove?
I don't know. Like, I hate character creation in general.
Blasphemer.
Really, I hadn't noticed that.
So yeah, no, I just
How is that coming?
yeah,
Go on. No, let's not get off that.
it will be ready next week.
What would you choose?
I mean, in an ideal world, I would just have where I could plug it into my brain and go, just kind of like imagine the character, and all of a sudden it would just appear. I hate having to go through and try and change every minuscule, like, way the brow bone, how far it, blah blah. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I want the characters to look awesome and look original and cool, but I hate making that happen. Like, I don't understand, because I've seen you guys even just how long you take on putting your characters together. I don't have that. I can't do that.
I mean, honestly, it's half the fun.
Yes.
For y'all.
Don't
like,
y'all
Not
us.
for me. I hate it.
Right. It is creative.
Yep.
I understand that. And I understand the principle behind that, but me personally, I hate it.
Is this your wizardry? Like, is this what you like? How I think that all like craft arts are wizardry. Is this your wizardry, where you're just like, I don't understand how you guys can fucking do this? Like,
yeah, basically.
Okay.
Like,
it's witchcraft.
I don't understand how you have the patience for it.
Because
I get
fun.
I get so fed up with it.
I'll
sit there and I'll be like, yeah, you know what, this is close enough. This is halfway decent. We'll just go with this. I do the bare minimum. Like, I can't.
So I've actually, and this is a tangent here, I've been tempted to procure a copy of Black Desert Online just to do a stream of the character creator. Because from my understanding, it's,
if I could. Go ahead.
From my understanding, it is the most robust character creator in an MMO today.
Yeah, since City of Heroes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things.
If I could, I would just give you guys my login information, give you the basics that I want for a character, and just have you do it. Because I legitimately, I can't stand it.
I mean, right. If basically this were possible, I would set up a shadow cast with you'll be the only one able to watch, so I would do it, and basically you'd watch in real time and be able to advise me. Because let me tell you, here is why you said you don't know how we have the patience. Yeah, it is an arduous task, but at the end, when you look and you see that face and you go, oh my god, this is what I was looking for, it's such a moment of almost euphoria for me. I got Emma Sue looking exactly the way I wanted her to look.
I actually just did a update on D, so.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think part of it is I have never been able to make a character look exactly the way I want it. Never.
Oh,
I
sometimes
just-
you have to
I-
get
I-
close enough, but
Yeah. Well, and part of it is, so I know part of my problem is I'm such a goddamn perfectionist
I know how that
about
is.
everything.
Well,
It's why I've always had issues. It's why for the I have issues with the idea of taking commissions. It's why I had issues with actually putting my stuff on Etsy. It's not perfect to me, so it's not a good enough quality. So why bother? Which I'm trying to get past, but it's very difficult. So it gets to the point where character creation, I just sit there and I'm like, it's never going to be exactly the way I want. So I'm just going to do the bare minimum and call it good enough.
so yeah,
It makes it significantly less fun for me that I can't get it perfect.
I can understand that. With character creation, though, I mean, you want to create the quote-unquote perfect character, but you never will.
No, it's simply not possible because you cannot.
I know,
plug
and I
something
can't
in.
accept that.
Well, no, right? Let me give you a little bit of advice here. If you try and make everything perfect, you wind up doing nothing and being the opposite.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah,
just go,
I know.
fuck it, I'm going with the defaults.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. This has happened.
So,
But I mean, basically, trying to be perfect will cause failure, which is the opposite of perfection. Instead,
Yeah.
just say to yourself, I'm going to do the very best that I can do.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is learning to listen to that, because I have let it. I mean, that's why I don't have my college degree.
Mm.
Is because well, partially my perfectionism and partially the fact that my degree choice just was not the right choice for me. But I've always been if I can't get it perfect, why bother type thing. Which, like I said, is something that I am trying to work on. But I don't know. Character creation doesn't seem that all that important to me. Important enough.
So all that comes out to nothing,
Yeah.
basically. Okay, Todd.
So-
I'm sure you were going somewhere.
so
Yeah, the original question. It would be something that I could plug into my brain so that I could create the perfect character.
That's just
That
not
is what
gonna
I
be
would love.
possible.
yeah, it's just not going to happen.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know,
Maybe
but
in
that
time
doesn't
for
mean that that's not what
Maybe
I
in
want.
time for GTA 17.
Yeah, there we go.
So for me, I mean, and I get where you're coming from, Balen, with getting rid of lineage.
Yeah. Or increasing its breadth, basically. That's the other option.
So
I agree with that as well.
So I mean, while I agree and I disagree with that point. I mean, not the increasing the
range,
pool,
yeah.
of which you get the pull from, but I mean, if let's just say hypothetically they did keep the lineage system, and I mean this isn't what I'm
Yeah.
pushing for, but this is just kind of like an addition to your point. If they were to keep the lineage system but use it in a sense of like, okay, you've chose your lineage between the parental units, and that is like your base,
Yeah.
and now you can manipulate where you can kind of say like, well, I want to be able to have this is a good start for this character's face, but now let me do some more molding to it. I mean, I think that might be a better way for it than getting
so a
rid
better
of that.
range of molding, I could agree with too. But at that point, basically, what I'm saying is I don't want the lineage system to be 90% of the work done in your character's face.
No, and I completely agree with you.
And right now it is, and what you get are just very small variations beyond that.
For me, and I'll stick to this hands down, The one thing that annoys me the most about GTA 5's character creator is that I cannot adjust my body type.
Yes. I want a height slogger, personally.
I mean, even like, give me height, give me, muscle tone or anything like that. Hell, if they just gave me fucking height, I would be happy. If they allowed me to kind of, like, even if they did the whole, like, enter a height and weight, because, 250 pounds and you're 6'9" looks a lot different than 250 at, like, 4'2".
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, even if they...
That would be really, really nice.
Even if they kind of did it like that, where it's just like, okay, well, this is what you're gonna be working with. Like, I would be fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that if Saints Row does have a Saints Row Online, we will not be having this discussion. I don't think we will.
They have always had a very robust character creation.
Absolutely. And personally...
Although in the first one, you still couldn't make a female character, but...
Well, then again, that was limitations to the technology and everything like that. And because, yes, the first one was released on the Xbox 360. And yes, it did push, at the time, the Xbox 360 further than it had gone previously. But you gotta remember, Saints Row 1 was that was weird.
Excuse me.
Yes, it was.
Saints Row 1,
happened?
we got like this weird robo-sneeze thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was coughing.
Yeah.
Like a Jetsons car almost.
Fucking pod racers coming by. But yeah, so Saints Row 1, it was released on the 360. Yes, it pushed the hardware further than it had gone at that time. But the game was originally developed for the PS2. So, I mean, for them to... it's not like it wasn't... I'm not putting it like the bullshit thing that Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where they're like, no female characters because females are hard to make.
Yeah.
It was the simple situation of they had already designed the game for, they already had everything kind of laid out for a specific hardware, and then they kind of upscaled it for this new console, which is fine. But in doing so, okay, if we do that, then I mean, do we add another year, hypothetically, to development to make a female playable, right? Because you got to factor in, we got to do all the motion capture, all the female motion capture. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to get all the modeling done. We got to make sure all the clothing works with a female style body, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I get why they didn't do it. Because it was one of those, like, if we do this, everything's going to be pushed back.
I'm just saying, I've seen people who do seem to forget that Saints Row 1 wasn't as robust as they think.
Yeah, no. Saints Row 1 really wasn't. And I understand that. I mean, ideally, the perfect system for character customization is, in my opinion, still Saints Row 2. I mean, I can't get the same... Like, Saints Row 3 was good. I liked the way that it worked. But it wasn't as complete to me as Saints Row 2 was when it came to character customization. Like, I was able to manipulate every fucking slider. Like, that's one of those things. I didn't have to deal with was it Saints Row 3 that had the stupid pyramid thing where it's like skinny, fat, muscular.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it, but
Game studios, I understand what you're doing. I do. I seriously do. But can we just fucking get away from that?
yeah.
Like, I understand, like, you can't have, like, a fat, skinny character, but you can have, like, a fat, muscular, or a muscular skinny. You know? I understand that. But at the same time, like, you can have a slider where it's like, if you go to the left, this is how emaciated your character is going to be. If you go to the right, this is how rotund your character is going to be. Underneath that, you could choose how toned they are.
Yeah.
Like, that would be fine. I'd be happy with that.
If you want an example of a very overweight but muscular person, look at any sumo wrestler.
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, give me something like that. Allow me to kind of customize the character a bit more. Like, maybe I want my character to be a bit more hippie than, you know, than the typical character. You know? Like, I want basically complete control over the look and shape of my character's body.
In GTA, I would love a bust slider for female characters, not nearly to the extent that they put in the Saints Row 3.
Fair enough.
Because, wow.
Though Saints Row 4 went a little bit further, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, in the event of a water landing, your breast can be used as flotation devices. But,
Yep.
But, okay, some characters, I mean, if I want to make a character of a very slight build to make them look younger, like someone just out of their teens, yeah. If I want to have someone who used to be in the sex working industry, I should be able to do that too.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
There are many kinds of crime.
Yep. And also, I and this is just me saying this. I get why GTA has, like, you can kind of redo the look of your character, which I'm fine with. I don't like that you have to go through your menus to do it.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a Saints fan in me that would much rather go to location to do it. Like, I don't care. I don't care that it's going to cost me $100K.
$100,000. Yeah. That's actually reasonable.
Yeah, that does not bother me. What does bother me, on the other hand, is the fact that I have to go through a menu, and then I got to deal with the stupid lineage shit again, and then you end up settling on the same look, basically.
Here is, I like images designed for Saints Row. I don't think going to a physical location would work in GTA because it's just not being done in character at all.
I mean,
I think basically, your avatar looks the way they do because you're choosing that, and when you choose to change it, it's like a retcon, effectively, as opposed to plastic surgery.
See, and the thing is, it's like, if in any of the GTA games, that would work, it would be Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah, they've gone full Saints at this point. But yeah.
And no, I'm not even saying because they've gone full Saints. I'm just saying because of the location.
Yeah, LA is but there are some things. I mean, you can change your character's skin tone. That's not happening in a plastic surgery clinic.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
This is not Tropic Thunder.
I'm a dude playing a dude who's actually another dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can get that. But I've never really truly understood why they skimped so much on their character creator. I don't understand why. Like, I mean, this is a complete sidebar on this. If I'm playing a male character, let's just say, you know what? this is me we're talking about. I play female characters. That's what I do.
Same here.
Mhm.
If my female character wants to wear dude clothes, let her wear dude clothes.
Yep. I totally agree.
Yes.
If I'm playing a male character and he wants to wear female clothes, let him wear female clothes.
I think
Yes.
the reason why they don't allow this is because many people would do it to make fun of people who do this in real life instead of to have that as something they sympathize with.
Well,
Oh,
those
look, a
people
guy
are
who dresses
trash,
funny.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should not be catering to them is my point. And I think that's where they were going with this.
Yeah, well,
Just like why they don't have kids in games like Grand Theft Auto, because someone is going to be driving down and basically shooting every one of them they see for a stream.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
You know they will. People do that.
Yeah.
Whenever you're designing a game, you have to say to yourself, how will people be looking to make this, to do things with this in the worst way possible?
yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand, like, I totally understand, like, the kid thing. I can kind of understand, like, in a sense, the gender play thing.
Mm-hmm.
But even that being said, it's one of those situations of, well, let's not let them have this because there's a possibility of this happening. And I mean,
Oh, I know. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I understand it.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's throwing the baby out with the bathwater at that point. It's like,
I know.
Mhm.
and I mean,
Yeah.
I take issue with that specifically, that whole ideology of like, well, we can't let everybody have it because, and I mean, it's,
Yeah. Like, I don't know. As a non-binary person, like, it really does kind of suck
It does.
that that it gets ruined that way. I mean, I understand. Like you, Balen, I can kind of understand. I just kind of wish that it wasn't like that,
I do too.
because
I wish people weren't like that.
see, and
Is what I wish.
yeah.
see, and I could also see it from the perspective of, like, okay, you're not going to give us, like, not going to let the guys wear lady clothes, but at least let the ladies wear guy clothes. I mean,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that
Yeah.
in itself, in society, is way more acceptable.
Is much more accepted. Oh yeah.
So, in that sense, like, at least allow that to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would still be kind of like, well, I kind of wish that, I could do this with a male character. Like, I would be like, they tried. I mean, at least they did something.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it all amounts to is at this point, it's an almost 5-year-old game. And
Oh yeah, no.
things have changed dramatically in 5 years.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Acceptance is higher now than it was in 2013.
No, hands down,
Definitely.
hands down.
And I think at this point they're afraid if they release like female clothes that male can wear, the immediate thing everyone's going to go is, what about all these other clothes? And they'll have to go back and they'll have to edit them. And
Yeah. And that very well could be. That it could absolutely be, because
I think in
they don't want to
GTA
have to go
6,
back and change all the.
You'll see more inclusiveness.
Let's
I
hope.
really hope so.
They're already
I
talking
really
about a
hope
female
so.
protagonist as a possibility.
I mean, technically, they talked
That would
about
be
a female protagonist for 5 as well. So, let's see how that went.
Yeah.
We got Trevor,
Ugh.
who, if I'm not mistaken, in the main story, cross dresses.
He wears a dress.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And it's done to make fun of.
Like, yep. Well,
He is not. He is not a role model kind of character.
No, he totally isn't.
He is not. He is not. However, if I remember right, because one of the things that drew me to GTA 5 was the fact that I thought you could wear a dress as a guy. Because, and this was before I knew that Trevor was
an asshole.
Actual shit.
Yeah.
He is the embodiment of shit. I hate that guy.
That's fair.
But they had like a scene or whatever that they gift or did something with, and I feel like someone tried to make fun of him wearing the dress, and he made a snarky comment back at.
Yeah, it's one of the interactions when you switch characters. Because like you'll switch characters in story, and it's just like you pick up with where they are.
Yeah,
like, it's not like, oh hey, like just switch characters. Like they're always going to be at their place. Like I switch characters. Like for hypothetically, I'm let's just say I'm playing as Michael, and I switch to Trevor, and Trevor's somewhere near an airport for some reason. Or he's just like leaving a liquor store, or he's waking up in an alley. You know, it's like
yeah. Their life goes on even when you're not playing them.
I will say I don't as much as I don't like the Trevor character. One of the funniest fucking moments in that game is one of those those character switch animations where you switch to Trevor and he's holding somebody over a bridge.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
interesting.
You've just like arrived at him committing a felony. Like
yeah. But I don't remember specifically. I really don't. I could be completely wrong about this, and I probably am because I'm wrong about a lot of stuff.
Most of your generation.
But I feel like that was one thing. Yeah, not wrong. That. It made me kind of go, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say.
I never actually.
Correct.
Go ahead.
I was saying it's not so much, I guess, making fun. What I'm saying though is making the person who would wear a dress have the mentality he has is definitely not doesn't feel inclusive.
Yeah. No.
No. I fully agree. Like, as an outsider who had never played the game. Seeing that little clip or whatever that I saw made me go, huh. As someone that started playing the game, as soon as I met that character, I'm like, well, great. This is just ruined it for me.
Yeah. He's Ward now. Fantastic.
So, basically.
I mean, it's really like what I'm hearing.
I no longer feel that this is a good thing.
What I'm hearing is when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, there has to be a mission where you kill him.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, please, dear God, yes.
Though that may be a little hard because of the way that the story ends. It has multiple endings, so you would have to retcon all the endings. Yeah. So
no.
Well, I will say that when it comes to the heist, I am most looking forward to one specific heist. Just because I have in my research of the best way to play them, I have seen what happens. And I can't wait to experience that for myself. I'm going to cackle so hard. I'm going to be so fucking pleased.
What I would like to see them do for either Saints Row or GTA is you can use either kind of clothing, and the one you choose, actually, the more you wear, like one over the other, if you start to show a preference, people notice that and they react to you, and other people react to that.
I can see that.
That would be interesting.
I can see that.
I can see that being very difficult to code.
Not really. It's no more so than any morality system in a game.
I personally can see that being more instituted into a single player than a multiplayer mode.
Possibly, yeah. Oh, that's for sure. But I'm just saying, for a protagonist is my point of any game.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I would love that.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know. You continue.
No, I was just saying I could see that being more of a Saints Row thing than a GTA thing, though.
Well, I mean, with Saints Row, not with the interaction, but they've allowed male characters to wear female stuff. So.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that would be the next step in that. Is my point.
Yeah. I mean, without them allowing that, we would have never had Grandpa Ethel.
Right. And I feel, by the way, just to take this back full circle a bit, I feel that's why the GTA character creation is as stilted as it is. They're trying to prevent any unrealistic characters like Grandpa Ethel to get into the game.
I mean, arguably, Grandpa Ethel seems like an unrealistic character until you've been in my neck of the woods. And then you realize... no, you've actually made a living human being that may or may not have frequented your job a few times.
But they're also not the kind of people who would get along well in the Los Angeles criminal underground. Plain County, maybe.
Well, see, and that's the thing. You have Blaine County. I mean, one of the businesses you can have is a meth cookery. So, I'm just saying. It's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like how we've gone over 2 hours and just kind of waxed poetic on a number of different things.
Yeah, it's just been gaming for the most part.
It has been just a touch of Marvel.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong.
MCU. Just a touch of MCU and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
But I mean...
And then we went right back to gaming.
But I mean, the biggest thing is, it's we really haven't, other than the last time we recorded, which, once again, guys, that episode will be coming once I record bumpers for it. I will say, though, we have kind of not talked about a lot of things. And I'm not saying in this podcast, but I'm saying since the last time we recorded. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, amongst each other, we haven't had as much.
It feels good. We just slip right back into it. To me.
Yeah, and I mean, we ended up talking about gaming 95% of the time.
Yeah, but it felt the same.
But yeah, I mean, there was no. I mean, it's much like when we did the first episode of PODD Errors, and we just kind of slipped right the fuck back into it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so yeah. I mean, that's definitely a thing.
It's nice after 4 weeks since we got a full episode out of it. It's been a full month. We got a full episode out of it. Mm-hmm. Because yes, episode 5 happened 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't a full episode. It was cut off.
Yeah,
and even then, it was only an hour recovered.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm thankful we were able to. Well, I'm thankful I was able to recover even an hour. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the way that went, that was just not fun.
But I think that's our time, because we're at about 2 hours 10 minutes, give or take. Anything anybody wants to add before we wrap this up?
Just that I really hope we're going to be here next week, but I'm going to do my best. So
yeah. I should be good for next week as well. As far as I know. I'm going to be at a different house sitting place, but I'll have better internet. So.
Anybody want to promote anything or whatnot?
Just Dragonheart Creations.
Which still has nothing on the Etsy because I haven't gotten any photography done. Yeah. But I do have things though that just need to be photographed. So that's cool.
Nice.
I just have to take actual pictures.
I earlier today I actually designed my Twitch 3rd anniversary shirt. So.
Oh, I saw that. I saw you posted up on the both Facebook and Twitter, I believe.
Yes, it is up for sale. So you guys can purchase that now at shop.spreadshirt.com/ToddEvf. Of course, we also have the podcast shirts at shop.spreadshirt.com/precipicepodcast. You can join the community over at facebook.com/precipicepodcast. Follow us on Twitch and Twitter. You can get Thrabalen at twitch.tv/Thrabalen. Twitter.com/Thrabalen. Should probably get this music kind of rolling. There. This thing just does not want to cooperate tonight. Okay. Music, you're gonna be weird? Alright, fine. Fuck you then. You can get Ray on twitch.tv/DorkyRae or twitter.com/Dorky_Ray. Of course, you can find me twitch.tv/ToddEvf or twitter.com/ToddEvf as well. Thank you guys very much for another great episode. You guys are amazing, wonderful. Thank you for downloading us, whether it's on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, or my personal favorite, Radio Public. You guys can hear us on all those fine platforms. You can also catch the video archive, which arguably is going to be lacking actual video, on the YouTube channel. Just search Pod Errors, and you should find a little playlist there. Or twitch.tv/precipicepodcast. You can catch us there as well. Thank you guys. You are amazing. Until next time, we'll catch you then.